2025 New Year message. They say the conduct, attitude, and effectiveness of any society is a true reflection of its leadership. And the need to continually to formulate or develop programs, activities that will help to educate our people, our youths, has spurred this program. Today, I want to talk about the life we live. The life we live is like a marketplace. It's like an examination place. But before I dive into that, I would like to tell the purpose why we are on earth. Let me tell you something. Let me tell us something. Every product, every services, every goods has a designer, has a producer, has a manufacturer, has an inventor. Whatever product you see, somebody invented it, somebody created it, somebody produced it, somebody manufactured it, somebody brought it to be. That person that brought that content or that product or that goods or that services into existence of consumption is the inventor, is the producer, is the manufacturer. Now, because he is the producer, because he is the manufacturer, he understands the ingredients, he understands the contents, he understands the input and the output of that his product, of that his goods, of that his services. He knows the duration, he knows the lifespan, he knows the expiring date, he understands everything because it's a process. He knows all the processes from stage by stage. That's why he tells you at this point in time it expires. That's why it tells you it has a NAFDAC approved number. That's why it tells you it has so content and whatever, because he is the producer. He understands the in and out of that product. He is the inventor. He knows everything about it. He has a purpose for it. He has a reason for it. He has a reason why he brought in that goods, why he brought in that services, why he brought in that invention into being. He has a purpose. He has a reason. Now, that reason is the end purpose. It could be consumption, it could be for structure, it could be for development, it could be for education, it could be for consumption, it could be for stuffs. But whomsoever has brought in a product is the inventor or the creator or the manufacturer of that product, and he understands everything that concerns that product. Now, where am I going to? When God created you, he had a purpose for you. He had a reason for you. He had an assignment for you. He has a direction for your life. And this direction or this purpose comes with potentials, comes with talent, comes with gift, comes with creativity. That is why the Bible says, all that pertains to life and godliness, God has put them inside of you. Now, God had a purpose for creating humanity. God had a reason for creating you. But you owe that responsibility to discover that purpose, to discover that reason, to discover that potential that you have inside of you. It is a task bestowed on you. It is your own responsibility to discover it. And that is where the church or church leadership comes in. They are supposed to help you discover these talents, help you discover these gifts, help you discover these potentials, and keep you in line, in direction where you will see and go for it. But I want to talk about the life that we live here on earth today, especially Nigerians and our leaders. You see, our society today is operating under a covetous, volatile, and complex environment where greed, where selfishness, where violence, where hate runs the system. And it is applicable. It is the cause of the leadership that we have. That is why I said The conduct, attitude, and effectiveness of any society is a true reflection of its leadership. Now, the life we are living today, where we find ourselves, where we are today, is as a result of the leaders that we have had and the leaders that we have. They are the reason why we are where we are today, because leadership is everything. Now, I want to talk to us about the life we are living in today. You see, this life is a very short place. This life is like a marketplace. It's a temporary place. We have come to buy and we'll go. We are on assignment to write an exam and we know whether we'll pass or we'll fail. We are on training. That's where we are. Because everything God made them in two. Made it up and down, the woman and man, the female and gender, whatever, up, night and day, spirit and physical, flesh and blood, everything he made two. But I want to look at humanity. You see, the human has two faces, the spirit and the physical. Now, the physical operates in this physical world and the spirit operates in the spiritual world. Now, when one dies, what dies is the flesh, the physical that dies, the flesh that operates in the physical world dies because the immune is weak. The human makeups, is weak. The body tissues is weak and they could no longer exist and the flesh dies up, but the spirit remains in existence. As soon as the flesh dies, as soon as they say one has died and has left the physical world, what happens automatically is that the physical life has left and the spiritual life becomes aware to see the spiritual things, to have access to the spiritual world. You have not been having access to the spiritual world because of this flesh, but the day the flesh lives here alone, the spirit becomes aware, begin to see, begin to sight, begin to relate, begin to reflect, begin to see those things that you could not see because of this flesh. Those your purpose you could not discover because of this flesh. Those your talents you could not discover because of greed and selfishness. That your potentials you could not live up to because of wickedness, because of worldly things. And your spirit will go into regret, will go into pains for not fulfilling the purpose, the reasons why he's brought you on earth, for not living up to the task why his maker made him. Regret starts, wandering starts, pain starts, because the physical, which is the flesh, has left to the soil where it came from, and the spirit began to exist. Let me tell you, whether you like it or not, there is an existence that operates that this physical eye cannot see because of this our flesh. But the day the flesh leaves, the spiritual eye gets open, gets aware to all those things, the deeper things, the mysteries of the world, the other world. While I'm saying this is because the world we are living is temporary. It's a short place. You can't benefit the temporary world. You can't benefit the temporary things. You can't benefit the short material things and live the eternal wealth, and live the eternal joy, and live the eternal success. Eternity is everything. This world is temporary. This world is short. Let's begin to invest in eternal things. Let's begin to live for eternity. Eternity is real. The spirit does not die. The spirit will live there for eternal. What you sow here is what you reap there. Let's be careful. Let us be careful. Now, going back to the reason and the purpose of this program today, it just let us know that we have lost purpose, we've lost direction. How do I mean? Greed runs our system. Materialism has taken over the day. Wickedness, lust of money. We can do anything for money. We can sell our brothers for money. We can sell our sisters for money. We can do anything for money. Brothers killing brothers, sisters killing sisters. They go at length to do all manner of things because of money. But we forgot to understand that this world is a temporary place. And now all this money you're talking about, you're going to enjoy it just for a very short while. In this physical world, short while, you are gone. Some of you that are still, manipulating our people as leaders, some of you that are still stealing from the weak, the needy, the less privileged, your people, your community, your society, you steal the fund that is meant for education, you steal the fund that is meant for health, for hospital, you steal the fund that is meant for road constructions, you steal the fund that is meant for agriculture, you steal the fund that is meant to better and develop the society and the people. You steal it for yourself and the family. Before you know it, you flee your family abroad and leaving the rest, the weak, the less privileged, the orphans, the needy, the fatherless, the mothers. You are leaving them stranded and making them a prey. God is not happy about that. All the money you're going to make, all the money you've stolen, all the wealth you've taken, all the greed you've exhibited, all you've accumulated, you are 70 years, you're 80 years, you're 50 years, you're 40 years. Who knows tomorrow? Who knows tomorrow? Who knows tomorrow? Who knows tomorrow? Who knows what will happen tomorrow? After all, let's say nothing happens. You can't live up to 100 years. You're off from this world. You can't live up to 150 years. You'll be asking for death to come. You can't live up to 110 years. You'll be asking for death to come. Because everything about you would have been weak. You might not be able to have your visual sight well. You might not be able to have your teeth working well. You might not be able to move any longer. You begin to see a frustrated, weakened life where you no longer want to be on this earth again. You want to go and rest. It's then you want to start doing good. It's then you want to become a good man. Then it is too late. What am I saying? You will sleep on one bed at a time. All the houses you built all over the world, you can't sleep in all. It's only one you sleep a day. All the cars you bought to the detriment of your people, you can't drive all at a time. You're gonna drive one. Sit in just a particular place. All the best restaurants, all the best eateries, lunch, bars, clubs, classic clubs. You wanna go. You wanna cash fun. You want to drink the latest whiskeys, the latest drinks. You want to group the latest babes in town. You want to have posh girls. You want to have sweet girls. You want to eat the best foods on earth. Once the stomach is filled, nothing can go in again. Once night comes, you want to sleep and have rest. What is the money for? While the accumulation of wealth to the detriment of your people. Why the enslaving of your people into mental slavery? Why destroy lives? Why the wickedness in a temporary world? Why the accumulation of wealth to the detriment of people in a very short world? 2025 is a year we must think of making change. We must understand that the life we live is a temporary place, a very short place. We must understand that it pays to prepare for eternity. It pays not to give into this short temporary world, but to begin to look inward to the eternal world, where there is life, where the spirit exists, where there is no death, where everything is eternal. Begin to reason, begin to see, begin to acquire that direction. What a man sows, that he shall reap. You may not repeat here on Acts, but I tell you,